Hi, I'm going to tell you how to accurize your mosin. When you get your mosin and you take the screws out, barrel bands, handguard off, and action can pretty much just pop right out. You put your thumb right here, you press down on the rear tang. If the tang goes up and down, kind of like a teeter-totter, then you're going to want to put a shim right here. Alright? You can use pretty much go to the store and get just, you know, aluminum tin or whatever. This one you can get 0.08, 0.18, you can get all kinds of size, or else you can get brass. It's only like, I think like $2 a sheet. Another thing I did, see, I got these two shims here and I put it on the back right here by this, I guess it's kind of a recoil lug. Yeah, recoil lug. Well, if I take these out and I put the action in, you'll see that this thing, yeah, I'll show you. Right. Now when I pull this forward on the sight, I can pretty much pull it forward and back like this. That's why I got that there. That way you got no movement whatsoever. You want your action to sit in the stock securely as possible. You want to take up any slack. So you put that in there like that. That way your action won't go forward or back at all. And then you can put shims right here, and that way your thing won't rock. Now let's say you start adding shims and you put too many shims right here. If you press down on the chamber, if you see your chamber go up or down at all, that means that you got too many shims here. You take one shim out and you go back here and you press up and down again. If you don't see it move, you're good. You can have a little bit of movement up and down, but you don't want much. I mean, just barely. Another thing you can do, if sometimes when you get a 9130, and let's say you're bolted all up, handguards are on and everything, and you grab the barrel and you start wiggling it, and if the barrel has a lot of movement inside the barrel channel, when it's all tightened down, then you want to put like some kind of shims right in here. I'm using cardboard right now, and it actually works really good. Or else, I know I used to put cork right here to about right there, about an inch, maybe inch and a half, and then I did about an inch on the top handguard. But now I changed to this, and I put 2 inches of cardboard right here, and then 2 inches of cardboard on the top handguard, and when I press them together, it pushes the barrel down and makes contact for 2 inches right here. And it no movement in the barrel, and it's pretty fucking accurate. So another thing is you want to put shims in here. That one I had to put in. That's a brass shim. That one was already in. Usually they come on the bottom already. Most of the time they do. Sometimes you'll have one in here, but a lot of times you don't. I mean, it's really easy to make. All you gotta do is cut it out and put it in. So it's not that hard. Kind of like this. The one for the trigger down here, that one's a pain in the ass because you gotta drill a hole and then you gotta cut out a rectangle for the trigger, and that, yeah, I hate doing that one. It's a good. Most of the time they have it anyway, so. This in here. See, this thing sits in here perfect. Now, since I got those 2 shims right here on the recoil lug, you know, standing up like that, this thing will not move forward at all. So now this thing is sitting in here perfect. If I put that cardboard right here, and I put the handguard with the cardboard on the top handguard, it's actually gonna push. It's gonna pretty much squish the barrel right here for 2 inches, top and bottom. My N39 does that. It's free floated all the way from the after the chamber all the way to the end for the last 2 inches of the wood. And that's how the fins did it. This is a 1922 isnt. Another thing. That fucking trigger. Look at that thing. That thing is rounded and it's very uncomfortable to put your finger in there to shoot. So if anybody knows why that is, it's before 1928 because it has a bow and arrow. Let's see if I can get it zoomed in here. Yeah, ain't gonna zoom in. Whatever. Yeah, it is a 1922 isnt in a post-war stock. So whatever, either the stock was damaged or during refurb, they just, just threw it up, just threw, actions into different stock. They didn't give a shit which went into where. I mean, it's all interchangeable anyway. But a lot of the stocks, I mean, they're shitty made sometimes because sometimes the barrel will be free floated, sometimes there'll be a lot of pressure on the barrel. I mean, that's why some mosins, some will shoot good, some will shoot bad, because some of them will have no pressure at all. The barrel is wobbly as shit inside the barrel channel. Some of them have pressure all the way. Some of them, just have pressure in some spots. I mean, that's why some will shoot good, some shoot decent, and some will shoot real good. So, I mean, it's pretty much all on how your stock is, how your action sits in the stock. So you pretty much want good contact right here on the recoil tang, right here, and in this barrel or the chamber area. And that's about it.